yeah, heck yeah. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Good morning, crypto fans. How we doing? It's Monday, March 1st, 2021, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we have a lot of exciting things to show you, as you see on the screen. We are back to green. We went red to green yesterday. Just about, I think it was around 12 or 1 o'clock here Central Time, in the US of A. As you can see on this heat map, and I will share that with you in the chat. The link to that coming up. There we go. It will be in there. You can click that link if you want to save this or bookmark this. Really good illustration of the performance of cryptocurrency. As you see, the darker green, as I indicated in the title, BNB leads the way this morning. It's hit some points. It's hit over 21% move, and Bitcoin is up 7.14%. And let's have a look. And if you'll bear with me today, I have a band-aid on my finger, so that is interfering with my mousing skills. So we're looking at BTC USD. Let's go out to the daily time frame, kind of explain to you what is on the screen and where we were yesterday with it. So if you tuned in yesterday, you would have seen that we used the Fibonacci retracement tool to try to determine some points of entry and exit on the next move. So as you can see, I was anticipating a drop down to the 40,000 range, but we managed to bounce prior to that. So I did adjust this Fibonacci here. And so, yeah, go back and watch that because you're going to kind of, it's going to be hard to track. But basically, we were in the buy zone, essentially around midnight or so, or perhaps even late in the evening for this move here to the upside. So we did get a good significant bounce. We'll go back to the 1 hour now and show you. And like I said, I'm kind of handicapped here with trying to get things to scroll and zoom. So yesterday, 10 a.m. right here, we had talked about the support level where my second entry was several days back when I was doing a trade. I'm still in that trade, swinging this one. As I mentioned before, this is not my, also have an account with BTC that I never touch, but this is a trading account. And so we had good solid support laid down for us. And then so what we were watching for was a break above this particular, the $44,032.96 USD. Once we broke above that, as you can see, we managed to push through the 12-day, through the 26. A little bit of indecision in there. And then we had the 1226 cross on the right at about 10 o'clock last night. And then now we have the golden cross, the 100-day crossing over the 12. So we do look for some continuation for BTC USD. And as you can see, the Fibonacci levels, we're going to come up and retest this. This is the 0.608. This is a retracement on the way back down, not on the way back up. So keep that in mind. And like I said, go back and watch that video. You can go to the main channel and look for yesterday's 10 a.m. stream. So that's BTC USD. Keeping an eye on this guy as we climb up. We do have some resistance we're going to encounter up here at the 48,476 level. And then as long as we continue to get volume increasing, do watch the RSI though. We are getting into the overbought area. We may need some cooling off there. So we'll stay on the 1 hour. Let's move on to BNB USD. This is one of the ones that we had on our watch list yesterday. As we did anticipate once we had some support a bounce. Everyone was looking for a bounce level. All the technical traders were, most of us were convinced it was going to be drop lower than this, but fortunately we managed to take a good bounce based off of the stock market and futures currency market all had a steadily rising climb this morning and yesterday when they opened. So we're still correlated to that, so keep an eye out for that. So this is BNB USD on the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, once we set our higher low and broke above, we started to get past the 1226, which were resistance. We had those marked previously. You see our support here. So now we're coming up to retest resistance all the way up at 258.38 will be resistance. And we're going to need to zoom in a little bit to find a support level. And we'll go ahead and leave that one up there, but we're still struggling right here at the 256.30 resistance. Looking to hold support on these wicks here on this 246.59. We did get into the overbought area, kind of cooled off as you can see here. And so perhaps we need to do a little bit of consolidation up here for continuation. But we do have the 12, 26, and the 100-day all in their favorable configuration. And then we'll switch back to the 1 hour time frame. You see we had the 12, 26, I'm sorry, the 12-day and the 100-day cross. And looks like we're going to get the 2600-day maybe around, what would that be, around noon time. So fingers crossed for that. Moving on to MKR USD. Another one on our watch list. As you can see, we have the Fibonacci set up for that as well. And we were scouting. We did have resistance and support labeled. These are the ones I had for the yesterday morning, 10 a.m. You can see right here is the candle, February 28, 10 UTC. So we had the support that we needed. And then once we broke above this first level of resistance, we were climbing up. We were looking for steady increase of volume. We got that, managed to push way through the 100-day moving average. And we already got on the 1 hour time frame. So now we have the 100-day on bottom, the 26 and the 12 like we want it. So watching out for the RSI down here, just pushing over the 70 mark. So we're getting into the overbought area. May need a little bit of cooling down for continuation. MKR USD was on our watch list. Another one on our watch list, IOTA USD. Same scenario. We had our support level marked. And as we broke through these resistances, we had the favorable cross for a continuation up to the upside. So now we're looking to get through this resistance level up here in the, I think we're going to have to work through the 1.236 resistance. And we have support at the 1.20. So look for those resistance and support. If we fall through, we do have the moving averages underneath us to provide us support. And moving on, another one, AAVE BUSD. This one's on Binance. I do believe AAVE is on Coinbase as well. So check that out. Let me know in the chat if anybody knows that for sure. So support is now at 376.192 USD. Resistance at 389.26. So we are up on the top range of the RSI like most of the others. Volume has kind of tapered off a little bit, but we do have our moving averages all in the right spots for a continuation to the upside. Moving on to Comp USD. Nice V-shaped recovery on that one. Same thing, same patterns. Lots of similar. Looks like we're going to struggle up here at the 440.42 resistance. We need to break through there. And previous support, first level would be 433.63. And then you could come down and just put your support, secondary, third layer support as this resistance will now become support. NMR USD, as you can see, this one was on our watch list, up 7.85%. Got all this clutter on here, and this basically is watching the, if I can scroll out here, this is on the daily time frame. You see we dipped into the buy area. This is basically a green rectangle that I drew in this region, and this would be the sell. So we got the buy that we wanted signal, got all the way up just when it touched the sell range, so we exited in MR. What did we get out of that one? We got a small gain. It was about right in there, so we got about well, I say small, that was yeah, 19. I didn't nail the top on that. I got out pretty early, so 18.39%. Nice percentage gain. Moving forward, oh, okay, let's get you support. And what are we looking at now? Resistance. So now we're up in, we'll use the bodies of these candles here because we had significant volume, as you can see, for resistance. So that resistance is going to be at 43.142. Support, we got the body, wick. So good layer of support right in there. Good configuration here on the 1 hour with the moving averages. The only thing working against us is the volume's kind of drying up. RSI is in good shape. So that one can still wiggle its way. We'll just need a little bit of volume and encouragement for the bulls to get us through this resistance level up here. Moving on to Ethereum, another one that we've been keeping an eye on. Made it all the way up to, we could say, yeah, we didn't close above that. So we got to get above the 1538.29. Just had the 12 and the 100-day moving average cross. So we'll keep, we're going to have to zoom in a little bit to find some support. There we go. This is the 30-minute time frame. Looking down at support at the 1511.54. If you're out there in the chat, say hello, like, subscribe, do all those things. Makes YouTube happy. It helps them serve the content out to other people. That's what we want to do, is share this information. Moving on to ZRX USD. Like I said, my scrolling finger is damaged. Doing a chore with a drill. So there you go. Power tools. Here we go. Scrolling out. 1 hour time frame. We're looking at resistance here at 1.322 for ZRX. Also, watch out for the 100-day moving average. We're going to need some encouragement to get through there. And support level down at 1.28. This is kind of a nasty looking cup and handle being formed here, but if it were a cup and handle, so basically here's your cup, you're going to look for it to form a handle, and then you need to break above the rim of the cup for continuation. So keep an eye out for that. RSI is still in good shape for ZRX. Moving on to Link. Link was in our watch list yesterday. As you can see, we kind of missed the support levels because we were yeah, that was 8 o'clock candle there, so we did fall down a little bit lower than we anticipated, but did break through the resistance that we had marked. Got our favorable cross, so we're going to look for this 26 and 100-day to cross at about 2 o'clock or so if we can continue this same momentum. So resistance up here at 26.877, support down at the 26.36 level. Okay, moving on to GRT. Another one in our watch list. GRT USD. This one on Coinbase. We made it up to, looks like we're going to try to challenge, yeah, let's do that. Here's 1, 2 wicks over here. Made it past the 100-day moving average. We're trying to get past the 1.7588 USD. And going into support, looking for the previous candle, almost a spinning top there for indecision, and trying to get that 100-day, 12-day cross. RSI still in good shape, got some room to wiggle and get above this resistance level here. Watching that. BET, USD, big gaps on the way up here. This one can do that because usually it's light. You can see over here on the volume side, it's 882.43 thousand. So big swings with VET can occur. Be mindful of that. And then let's see. So support at 0.0428, resistance at 0.040. Watch this range to tighten as we try to set some, here's a W pattern there. You want to break above these guys too for a continuation. CELO, CILUSD. Looks like the bots are on this one. Lots of profit taking. Wicks on both ends of the candles kind of tell you that this is high frequency trading going on. Selling between the bid and the ask. As you can see, where are we going between? Yeah, 0.1149. All right, there we go. So it'll look at support. We're getting support, as you can see, on this 100-day moving average now. So at the 0.1118 support and resistance up here at 0.1155. Yes, for ZIL, ZIL. Moving on to DGB USD. This is a new one that we've been keeping an eye open for. There we go. Trying to break above. You see lots of trading in this region here. So I would, if it were me, I would actually come up to. For this to get interesting, it really needs to get through the 0.0586 area resistance. 12 and 26 did cross, and we are heading up. They are both trending upward, so we're looking for some continuous momentum to the upside, and then support down at 0.053. If we can't get that, then you're going to start to see support on the 12 and 26 coming underneath. BitTorrent, BTTB, USD. This one's on Binance Coin only. And as far as I know, I don't think you can trade that here in the U.S. BTTB, USD. Correct me if I'm wrong. So real quickly, we'll look at the resistance here at 0.00124. Support at 0.001157. Tightening range here. Big old green indicator of volume on this, what was that, about 5 a.m. UTC -6 or Central Standard Time. Moving on to XTZ USD. Coming up to, yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3. There's some resistance level there. 3.6513 USD, and support down here at the 3.559. And then if we can scroll, excuse me, NU USD. Trying to get through. There we go. Resistance at 0.7486. How we doing on time? Yep, we're okay. And support at the 0.6905. Go. If we can get some scrolling. There we go. BAT USD. This is basic attention coin. As I said yesterday, day before, we're keeping an eye on this one because of the release of Brave Browser 2.0, which is a browser that pays you If you encounter ads, you get paid in BAT, so it's a way to earn crypto. And you have support at 0.545 and resistance up here at 0.55. Then the next level is going to be at the 0.56. So keep an eye on that guy. And we do have the 26 and 100 day moving average cross. So that one looks to be in good shape. We'll just need some volume to come in. Moving on to ETC USD. Nice little cup and handle here. And as you see, we need to break through this resistance level at 11.410. Meanwhile, we're going to have support at the, yeah, you could almost argue that it would be at 11.18, but I would, around the $11 mark, even psychological. We do have the 100-day underneath us now, and the 1226 working their way underneath to provide additional support. Quickly moving on to DOGE, 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 USD. DOGE is kind of stalled out at the moment. It's kind of just chilling a little bit. We have still resistance up at the 0.0507, and we will put down a support level. We could say, let's see, we getting any more? Yeah. Trying to find, there we go. So basically 0.0497. Little tight range to watch there. But we did close above the 100-day moving average for DOGE. Moving on to NANO. You see our previous levels we had marked. This one's kind of a little bit slower mover. Lesser volume. Resistance at 5.328. Support at right on the 100-day moving average. 5.19. Let's see if I can scroll us down to, there we go. FIL USD. Resistance looks like it's trying to poke through as we speak. We're going to have resistance at 37.39, support at 36.83. We have the right 12/2600-day moving average configuration that we like for upside potential, and RSI is trending upward. Still in good shape. Moving on to EOS. Trying to break above that 100-day at the moment at 3.638. Support at the, you can see we're starting to get a little support on the 12-day moving average at 3.560. Moving on, DOT USD. Polka dot, pretty much unchanged up here. I was watching this one early in the morning. Just lots of wicks everywhere. So it looks like the algos are bouncing this one around too. So support's going to be down here at the 34.360, resistance 35.60. Keep an eye on the chat over there. If you're out there, say hello. Let me know if I'm missing one for you that you'd like to cover. Moving on to Litecoin, LTC USD. Litecoin's up 4.89. As you can see, I did jump in a trade on this one. It is in the buy zone. We can kind of, maybe I can zoom out. There we go. Let's use the, and you can see I've used the Fibonacci retracement on the way up, up to back down to here. So we're looking for this magic area we talked about yesterday. And this is the buy zone. It hit the buy zone, and then we're looking for the retracement on the upside. And then we're going to target up in the 230.70 range. We'll probably take profit somewhere. We almost need to tweak that one just a little bit right there. There we go. So hit the buy zone. We're looking good so far, and targeting up in the region of the 230 retracement. For Litecoin LTC USD, let's get into the 1 hour and show some support levels and resistance that we're dealing with. We did make it through, or trying to get through on this candle. The current resistance level is at the 173.43, so we're going to look up to, we can break above this 100-day moving average, which would be, so resistance level at 175.40. And then let's get you a level of support. Right there, we have it on this DOGE, and then also this candle here that has significant volume. So trending up on the RSI on the hourly, still in good shape. Would like to see a little bit more volume come in for LTC USD. Moving on to DNT USD. Working against 0.2539 resistance. We'll have support. We'll have to go to 30-minute. See if we can find, there we go, some clarity. Support down around the 0.24360. DNT USD. Moving on quickly to CELO. Watching wicks on this one as well. Trying to get above that 100-day. Create resistance. So that's going to be at the 3.966 area. Then you're going to have, we'll go ahead and move that up just a bit. If we can get past this 100-day, right at the $4 mark USD. Support level down at the 3.86. CGLD, same scenario, trying to get past that 100-day moving average. And we're going to be optimistic and say, yes, we're going to make it through up to the right the $4 mark. CGLD USD support down here on the 3.860. Moving on to Stellar. Stellar was on our watch list. As you can see, I've set up the Fibonacci and the buy. It did touch down into the buy zone, which would have been a trade. So you've got all these moving averages, I should say a potential trade, all these moving averages converging, trying to break through. So we got resistance. We are on the 1 hour time frame. Trying to break above the 0.423, and then support down on right on the 12-day moving average. As you can see now, we're starting to get support there. Anticipate the 26 and 100-day cross. So this one could come up and hit the target up here, as you see on the 0.786, 0.886 fib retracement going up. So go back to go to the channel. Look for yesterday's stream, and I'll talk about how I set all this up. It's basically using the Fibonacci retracement to show where it's going on a full swing of the move, swing high, swing low. You're going to retrace down to the 0.382, and then usually down below into this range here, which this is our buy zone, sell zone in the red, created with the colored triangles. Moving on to ADA. ADA is a laggard today, and you can see I've got some trend lines set up, and it's going to go through a fork tonight. I think it's at 2200, something like that, UTC. So keep an eye out for that. What I've read so far says there should be any interruptions with trading, but we'll see. So ADA is not broke from red to green yet, so that one could be one to keep an eye on. You do have the 100-day underneath us. We have good support level 1, 2, 3 there at the 1.23, and we need to break resistance at right here. So if you look at this trend line that I have drawn here, I don't do them very often, but just to kind of because I can just do it visually. But so it's kind of getting in a tightening range. It's going to break one side or the other, and we'll use our other indicator to show us any kind of movement. Well, folks, that pretty much wraps it up for me. I appreciate you staying with me, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.